Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Hannah and I work as a fertility coach and I support women to conceive naturally or preparing for IVF for the best possible outcome. I was thinking today like what to discuss with you because I love this platform and to be able to talk more, go more in depth in different topics, and I'm always thinking about what are the most commonly asked questions that I get, and because I talk to so many women every day on my platform, which I so much enjoy, and right now like the latest weeks topic like keeps occurring that I really wanted to take up on my YouTube channel, I thought, and talk more in depth about my view on it. And then this is really important, stepping into this topic, because I know that this can be also quite a sensitive topic. That these are obviously my own opinions and I'm not a doctor. I'm just talking about my holistic perspective on health and fertility and how I work. And this is what I see when it comes to being overweight and trying to conceive. Because this is something that, if not every day, but weekly, I have several women reaching out to me, or in our conversations we talk about that they are on a weight loss journey, and this is like the advice that they have heard from their doctor or gynecologist or IVF doctor, fertility specialist, sometimes that they need to first focus on losing weight and then they can proceed in their TTC journey. And this is really a topic that I wanted to go more in depth on, since I see that many women are struggling with this. Because also like why I do what I do is because I feel so much with women trying to conceive and going through such an overwhelming and intense process. And obviously when you're struggling with different kind of health issues, whether it is being underweight, overweight, or having PCOS or endometriosis, you're met with so much like challenges and bumps on the road to be able to conceive. And of being overweight is just is one example of all of these different challenges that might be like a roadblock to be able to work on your fertility, maximize your chances of a natural pregnancy, or preparing for a successful IVF process, and even be able to do an IVF process if you're, for example, overweight, to be able to start that up, actually. So this, I felt like I really need to discuss this topic. Jumping into it, because I don't want to, I can talk about this really, these kind of topics the whole day, I feel like, because I'm so passionate about it. But really to come to the point, and the problem I see is that we see a weight loss journey and a fertility journey as two separate things. This is like the main problem, the main challenge that I see when I talk to women, is that it's tightly linked obviously to the advice they get from their doctor that, okay, first you need to lose weight. And there many times is the advice is very generic and not really specific. Like, okay, first lose weight and then come back when you've lost the weight. And what is really missing there in this kind of advice, or in the first view on it, is that there might be very like a lot of different underlying issues connected to being overweight. And I also just recently posted a reel about this on my platform, on my Instagram. I will also link my Instagram to you here below. But there might be issues of blood sugar imbalances, of inflammation in the body, of different hormonal imbalances, of thyroid function, of also underlying stress or even trauma that is causing the body to, or us to, overeat, from emotional aspects, or simply that our body is really imbalanced and we cannot maintain a normal weight, a healthy weight for our body. So that is like the first kind of problem that I see, that many times it gets overlooked, the deeper, like the underlying problems and challenges of like, why is a woman overweight? Like really the core, the kind of, the root cause of being overweight. And I think is simply just not helpful for many women to get the advice of lose the weight, this many kilograms or pounds, stones, what you need to lose, and then come back. And obviously to go on a weight loss journey is really, really hard. And it requires a lot of change. And I know many women, they work so hard, they hire a fitness coach, they go on a diet, and many women then manage to get the weight down. But when we have been focusing on so many kind of overnight changes and not on implementing long-lasting changes, the challenge is often that we cannot uphold it. That after we have been working out 3-4 times per week, we have been eating completely different and pushing ourselves, feeling deprived, feeling that something is missing from our life, like because we really obviously these women, they want to get to a healthy pregnancy so bad that you're really working so hard for it. But then after a few months' time, it just gets really hard, or even after a few weeks' time on this kind of journey. And it might be really, really hard to keep it up. What is another aspect of this that I've now talked to several women about is to go on these medications. I'm not going to mention any names of it because also I don't want to get into a deeper discussion, because my knowledge about them in detail is also not enough to have a proper deeper discussion of it here. This is also not something I specialize on, but I see a problem with women being on medication to lose weight when you want to conceive. One reason is that, they're simply not recommended for women that try to get pregnant or that are pregnant, obviously. And if you're preparing your body for pregnancy and trying to conceive and you're maximizing your fertility, you should also not be taking strong medications like in general that are not recommended for women who try to conceive or are pregnant. Obviously there again, now I'm saying in general, because some medications you have to take and then obviously in close dialogue with your doctor. So there might be also exceptions there that, okay, I cannot choose not to take a certain medication. Then it is like that, of course. So this is not what I'm talking about. But if you have the choice to go on a medication which will, maybe help you lose weight faster, but it might also have really the kind of backsides of it. The problem I see with it is that, for example, you will then eat obviously less because the appetite is going way down and you're eating such, way too less calories from what you need. If you want to lose weight, you need to look over the calories, yes. But it's also so important that you get the right nutrients. If you want to lose weight, that you're still not depriving yourself and depriving your body and basically starving yourself, this is never going to work long term, because then the risk is so high that you're going to bounce back again after this hard diet is over. But that it's also so important that the hormones get what they need when you try to work on your body for a TTC journey. Because what we do when we take these medications is obviously not getting enough. Like the risk is that we don't get enough nutrients. So what the problem is when we take these kind of medications to lose weight in a short amount of time is that we get obviously less appetite. And when we eat less, and maybe also less of what we really should be eating when we try to get pregnant and when we prepare our body to be as fertile as possible, is that we don't get all the nutrients we really need. We don't get all the protein, fiber, and healthy fats, and we don't eat with a regular time frame, with the right intervals. And this is also messing up our blood sugars, messing up the balance in our body. So this is the problem that I see going on this kind of medication, in short. And so now I've been talking quite a lot about the issues and the problem that I see and the challenges that I see when being overweight and focusing so hard on just the weight loss to be able to later on do your TTC journey. Now going into the solution that I see and talking more about how can you see it instead? What can be done instead of having this separate view? Because this is really the issue that I see, that we're seeing it as two different things. The weight loss journey and then the TTC journey. And the solution that I see is really to intertwine them, to really combine them, and then doing a really long-lasting plan for both weight loss and TTC, working on your fertility, maximizing your chances all in one, so that we make sure to really have something that will you will be able to hold up during a longer period of time, because what I mentioned before, the risk when you go into a really aggressive weight loss plan is that you cannot hold it up, because there are so many changes at once that basically happen from one day to another. And it is both when it comes to nutrition, lifestyle changes, movement, and so on, to focus that hard on losing weight. And then you need to basically change a lot of these things when you go into focusing on your fertility. Yeah, so that the solution that I see is really to form them into one and create a plan that goes into really the core of your fertility, and also focusing a lot on nutrition and focusing on how you eat, what you eat, how you construct your meals. But it really needs to be focused on both an efficient weight loss plan together with focusing on maximizing your chances to conceive. So yeah, I think I've made my point in this video. And if you feel like you're watching this now and you are overweight, and you maybe have gotten this advice from doctors, and to really focus on losing that weight first, and then you can think about getting pregnant or think about going into an IVF process, I wanted to say to you that this is not the only option. This is what I want to say also with this video, to really make you maybe rethink and also consider different options on your both weight loss and your fertility journey. And yeah, just offer a different kind of perspective and view on it, that also a different kind of solution is possible. And if you're now interested, if you're seeing this and you don't really know what's your next step, you might be already on your weight loss journey, and maybe you face challenges and you don't really know, okay, it's tough obviously to be on a weight loss journey. And if you're there right now and you're feeling unsure, like, how can I make this happen? What is actually my next step? I'm doing all of this, but I don't know how it's gonna go together with later on focusing on TTC. Just feel that you're not alone in this, because this is really what I love to support women with, finding long-lasting holistic changes that will give you long-term effects, and not only an overnight change which you cannot uphold. If you're interested in knowing more, if you're interested in getting support, I am definitely here for you. If you just want to tell your story and someone to listen and maybe give you another kind of view on what you're going through, what you can do for yourself on the journey, because there's so much you can do for yourself also without medication. There is solutions possible out there. And if you're interested in knowing more, you can just send me a DM on Instagram, and there we can start a chat about what you can do to move on to your next step, and really seeing this long-term holistic perspective that will maximize your chances of a healthy pregnancy. Thank you so much for watching, and have a lovely day. Bye bye.